Hi, this is Jay from Analytics Web. In the previous video, we created our first notebook. In this video, let's explore the notebook interface. So let's get started. This row is called as menu bar and this row is called as toolbar. Most of the features are self-explanatory, but still let me explain you quickly. So let's start with the toolbar. This button is for saving the document. This is for creating or inserting a new cell. This button cut, copy and paste the cells. This is for moving up the cell and this is for moving down the cell. Next is run, stop, restart the kernel and then restart and run the whole notebook. This is for types of cells. We will see this in upcoming videos in much details. This is for command palette. This brings us a search bar. Here we can search various commands and this is really very helpful for speeding up our workflow. Here we can see various commands. Now let's move to the menu bar. Let's understand file. In the file section, we can create a new notebook or we can open a pre-existing one. We can also make a copy or we can save. Also, we can rename our notebook. The next is we can save and create a checkpoint. Okay, but what is this checkpoint thing? Every time when we create a new notebook, a checkpoint file is created as well as a notebook file. It will be located with a hidden subsidiary of our save location called .ipynb underscore checkpoints and is also a .ipynb file. Let's see this in our folder. Let's see the hidden folders by pressing Command Shift and dot and here our .ipynb underscore checkpoints folder. Let's click on it. Here we can see that this is also a .ipynb file. Okay, so let's come back here. Why this is important? By default, Jupyter will auto-save our notebook every 120 seconds to this checkpoint file without altering our primary notebook file. When we click on Save and Checkpoints, both the notebook and the checkpoint files are updated. Hence, the checkpoints enables us to recover our unsaved work in the event of an unexpected issue. We can revert to the checkpoints by pressing revert to the checkpoints here. We can also see print preview. Next is download. We can download in multiple formats. Like we can download as an HTML, text, even markdown or even as a normal Python file. Next is edit menu. Edit menu consists of buttons to perform cut, copy and paste cells. Even delete, splits or merge a cell. We can also reorder cells like move cells up and down. We can also find and replace within a notebook. We can cut copy our attachments and insert images. Next is view menu. This view menu helps us to hide or display header, toolbar and the cell number. Next is insert menu. This insert menu gives us options for inserting cell before or after the current cell. Next is cell menu. The cell menu allows us to run one cell or a group of cells or all the cells. This also allows us to change our cell type. We will see this in detail in upcoming videos. The other very handy feature is the ability to clear a cell's output. Next is kernel menu. This kernel menu allows us to start, interrupt or shut down the kernel. We can also start our new kernel or even we can change if we have multiple kernels. If the kernel is ever get stuck on a computation, we stop it by choosing the interrupt option and then we can restart. As we know, behind every notebook runs a kernel. So when we run a code cell, the code is executed within the kernel and any output is returned back to the cell to be displayed. The kernel's states persist over time and between cells. It pertains to the document as a whole and not individual cell. So what does it mean? It means if we import libraries or declare variables in one cell, they will be available in another cell also. Next is widgets menu. From this menu, we can save, clear, download or embed widget states. So widgets are basically JavaScript program that we can add to our cells to make dynamic content using Python or any other kernel. The next is help menu. Finally, we have the help menu, which is where we can go to learn about the notebook's keyword shortcuts, a user interface, tools, or a lot of other reference materials. Let's talk a little about keywords shortcuts. Did you observe something while running your cell? Currently the border is blue, whereas it was green when we were editing. It will turn into green. It means there are two modes. Green means edit mode and blue is command mode. Jupyter Notebook comes with a bunch of keyword shortcuts that lets us keyword to interact with our cells instead of using the mouse and other toolbars. Initially, they take a little bit of time to get used to, but when we are proficient with the shortcuts, it would be much faster at working in the notebooks. For example, Shift plus Enter to run the code and move to the next cell. Then Control plus Enter to run the code or Alt plus Enter to run and insert a new empty cell. Escape plus A to insert above or Escape plus B to insert below. We can find all the shortcuts over here. Go here and click on keyboard shortcuts and explore this yourself. In the next video, we will see cell types. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share and comment. Also, do not forget to subscribe.